Also YouTube, NCG here, bringing you a deck that you've been asked for a while now. It's a Predaplant deck, so this is as pure as it's going to get that I can find it. Without further ado, we're going to crack straight into it. So we play triple Predaplant Scorpio. Very, very good card, absolutely amazing. It's basically, you know, for those of you that when the Terratop engine hits, you take these out, take out your Terratops. You can go into Scorpio if you want. It's another nice combo with Scorpio and Cobra, but let's be totally honest with ourselves, we're probably going to be opening up that a lot more than we want to. With all good plant decks, you play triple Lone Flower Blossom, so you know, this circles you round to any of your Predaplants, but mainly you're going for Scorpio, trying to get that play off. Triple Sack, so basically this is your defender. When an opponent wants to declare a direct attack, you special summon this card from your hand. Any damage calculation, after damage calculation, so you're going to take the damage first. If this card battles an opponent's monster, you can destroy that opponent's monster. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can add one Predap card from your deck to your hand except itself. You can only use the effect once per turn. Triple Clammy, this is your one card poly, because if you go into Scorpio, you can go into Clammy, and then Clammy is your poly on board. So monsters with a Predaplant counter that you use as fusion monsters are treated as dark, so if you give your opponent a Predap counter, you can use them. But during your main phase, you can fusion summon one dark fusion monster from your edge deck using this card on the field, and monsters from your hand, field, and or monsters with Predap counters on them. Your opponent tries as fusion material, you can only use the effect once per turn. So basically, with Clammy, you go straight into Venom Dragon, you can go straight into Camouflage. It's very, very good and very, very cool. Double Spino. Basically, if this card is normal summoned, you can target one face-up monster your opponent tries, and you give it a Predap counter. And if it's a level 2 or higher, it becomes a level 1, so that stops their overlay plays. As long as this has a Predap counter, it becomes lower than that level. After damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster with an equal or lower level, which if you're attacking the one with a counter on it, you can special summon one Predap monster from your deck except itself. So this can then special summon out Scorpio, or it can special summon out your Clammy. And then you can go Clammy, you can use your opponent's monster if you want, go into Spino, and you know, the plays are there. And then I play the one Hydra. So you special summon this card from your hand by treating one monster on either player's side of the field with a Predap counter on it. You can only special summon Predap Hydra once per turn this way. During each player's turn, if this card is on the field or in the graveyard, you banish one other Predap monster from your graveyard, then target one face-up monster on the field, it loses 500 attacks, so you can only use the effect once per turn. And then we finish it off with Maxi, because, you know, while this is still around, you know, you're going to have to use it. It's just too strong of a hand trap. Triple Allure of Darkness, because they're all darks. Except Maxi, of course, you know, and Lone Flyer, but it's still a lot of targets, you know, Allure. Double Predaplonics, so once per turn you special summon a level 4 or lower Predap monster from your hand or graveyard, but its effects are negged. Once per turn during the standby phase, you pay 800 life points or destroy this card. 2 Predap Union, activate this card by targeting one Predap monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and equip it with this card. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. So it's you know, it's like a monster reborn for Predaplants. I play the one Miracle Fertilizer just because I love the artwork. I think these little things are really, really funny. I love them in that grass looks greener. And then once per turn you take one plant monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. You cannot normal summon or set during the turn you special summon with this effect, even if this card leaves a field. If a monster is special summoned by this effect leaves a field, destroy this card. So, you know, you're not really going to be worrying too much, because you do this to bring one back, and then hopefully you have the ability to then fuse and go off. Double Poly and one Substitute, because you do have a lot of fusions that go to the grave, so you can use Substitute to get your draw and add it back. Double Recycling Plant. Now, you don't have to play this at 2. I really like this card purely because, you know, it makes sure you always have a Poly in hand, and you can bring it back from the hand or deck or graveyard. And then once per turn during the end phase, you target one monster in your graveyard that was used for fusion material, and then add it back to your hand. Double Twin Twister. These can be MSTs, Cyclones, whichever back row hate you want. One Refusion, so you activate this card by paying 800 life points, target a fusion monster in your graveyard and special summon it, equipped it with this card. So this basically becomes your monster reborn for fusions, which is very, very nice. And then one Ultra Poly. Now I'm trying this out. I know it doesn't work with Starving Venom, but I just want to see how it works with like possibilities of Greedy Venom and Predator Camouflage and stuff like that. So, you know, just to see if it works or not. And how effective it is in the game. And then 1 Duck Hole and Regeki because board wipes are king at the moment. We round it up with the traps, which we play 2 Grazy Prison. Now, in a fusion deck like Fluffles and Predaplants, where you're going to be getting into your fusions quite easily and quite early, I feel Grazy Prison is much better than D-Barrier because it shuts down your opponent's XYZs and Synchros for 2 turns, which is very, very good and slows down the game massively. And then 1 Storming, 1 Quaking. You can play any mixture of these you want. I just quite like Quaking is my personal favourite, and I think Storming is also very, very good. So these can be warning strikes, can be whatever you like. This is just my personal choice. Now moving on to the extra deck. So we start off with double Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. It's very easy to get this guy out. You can bump up to 3 if you want. Just at the price it's at the moment, I know it's only like 10 to 15 quid, but 2 is just enough for me. Double Greedy Venom Fusion Dragon. Again, very, very strong card and quite easy to make when you're getting into Venom quite easily. Double Chimera Flesia, again, very, very easy to make, very, very strong and useful effect. You can easily bump this up to 3, it's a lot cheaper to do as well. And then we go on to a rank 4 toolbox, so we go Dweller, Castel, Tornado Dragon, and Utopia package. So these are less, like you're not going to go into them very, very easily, very, very quickly, because your targets are insanely slim. You've only got like 2 targets to make these. But they're the worst case scenario because you can get them on board with like Predap tuning and stuff like that. You want to always have a rank 4 toolbox if your deck can make it. And then we play a stronger rank 3 toolbox. So we go with Phantom Knight and Levier. So Levier to return some of your banished cards if you do banish stuff off of it. And then Breaksword because it's probably one of the better rank 3s out there. We'll then wrap up with 2 rank 1s. Again, quite like the rank 4 box. They're good when you get them out. But they're not a necessity. This is why I'm saying you could probably bounce up your fusions because your fusions are more consistent, more reliable to the deck. So you can easily take out like a Dullahan if you want. You can knock down Abyss Dweller or Castel, and then you can bump up your Chimera Flesia and your Venom Dragon. These are just there because worst case scenario, that's what you can go into. You can easily bump up the rank 3 toolbox as well because you do have the ability to do that quite easily and quickly purely with Scorpio. But 9 times out of 10 when you're doing Scorpio plays, you're either going into your Cobra to search out your polys and then polying off with those, or you're going into your Clammy and then doing your poly that way. So yeah, that is it. Very simple, very to the point, and it is still, for me personally, in an experimental stage. I'm still tweaking with it and trying new things out and seeing how to improve it and making it a bit more consistent. We are still missing one very, very important Predaplant card, which hopefully we'll get very, very soon. Maybe in the Light of Destruction, I think it's Light of Destruction or whatever it's called, the one where we get the Minerva print and the Crystal reprint. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. I hope this found helpful. And until next time, guys, as always, see ya.